What's going on, guys? We are back home from our Epic Universe trip. 1 year from when we first stepped foot into Epic Universe for the very first time. The footage that you're gonna see throughout this video was filmed in early June. Throughout this video, we're gonna talk about Epic Universe, how it's changed within a year, what stayed the same, and our overall thoughts of Epic Universe.
Our main goal in coming to the park this time was to get some of the exclusive 1 year Epic Universe merchandise and to obviously have a good time. We were very limited on time with this trip. We had about 5 hours total in the park before we had to head back to the hotel so we could be on time for our flights back home.
We made our way into the park using our early park admission ticket that we had from staying at the Hard Rock Hotel. And once we made it in, we quickly found out how crowded Super Nintendo World was going to be.
It's packed.
During the summer months especially, it's going to be unavoidable at Super Mario World, or Super Nintendo World, I should say. And that's just because it is based around families and a lot of big families with a lot of kids. So it is going to be pretty packed there. We made our way to Donkey Kong Country and we tried to hop on the ride for Minecart Madness. However, the ride was broken down.
Bummer.
Our plan was to ride everything in the exact same order that we rode on our first trip a year ago. But with that kicking off our day, we weren't able to do that. Minecart Madness was our first ride that we rode at Epic Universe a year ago. So unfortunately not going to be able to start with that. We then poked around Super Nintendo World for a little while, but the crowds became just a little too much. We did collect some coins, we did play some games in Super Nintendo World, but we stepped out and made our way towards Dark Universe.
On our way over to Dark Universe, we did run into a friend, a leader, a captain, Captain Cacao.
All right, big news, guys. We're about to meet Captain Cacao.
Sure, that sounds like fun.
Alrighty, recruits, 1, 2.
And after meeting up with old Double C and pledging our loyalty, we made our way to Dark Universe. Once we got to Dark Universe, we made our way in and we noticed some slight changes that have been made since the last time we were there. They have some new pennants hanging up, just some small details throughout Dark Universe that were not always there, but if you have a keen eye, you should be able to pick up on it. Once we got over to Monsters Unchained, the Frankenstein experiment, we went up and we were thinking, we got our Universal Unlimited Express Pass, now's a good time to try it out. This leads us to probably our biggest gripe with Epic Universe, the communication about Express Passes. At this time, whenever you're staying at a hotel at the main resort, such as Hard Rock, Portofino, or Royal Pacific, you will not be able to use your Express Pass that you get with your stay at Epic Universe. Last year we had an issue where we were staying at Helios and the person at the front desk communicated to us that we would be able to use our Express that we get with Helios. We didn't get Express with Helios.
Not in Epic.
Right, not in Epic, not even at the original parks. We didn't get Express at all that time. So that is a bummer. Online, there is a lot of information that is fairly accurate regarding Express, but sometimes in person, some things might get a little misconstrued. That is our biggest gripe. If you say we're going to get Express, then I'd like to have Express.
But with that, it was a small part of the day. Monsters Unchained was a 10-minute wait just for in standby line. So it really was not that big of a deal. It's just the miscommunication that became confusing.
Yeah. And I'm sure the people that told us that were just doing their job. They probably got some bad communication further up the line. We're not blaming them, they're just doing their job.
I have studied and controlled the monsters that prowl the darkness, and only one remains. I will control my ultimate challenge. Count Dracula. Call yourself! That wasn't us.
Silence, creature. I will destroy you.
These two just don't get along. The Dracula experiment is the last piece of the puzzle. And with your help, the world will never see the name Open the doors!
In the pre-show.
So after we got off of Monsters Unchained, we did head over to the Burning Blade Tavern, where Ray did once again get recruited to be a monster hunter.
Don't have any footage of that, I don't think,
Yeah.
but I pretty much got the exact same spiel from one of the guys. He really wants me on the team, I guess.
We hung out in there for a little bit. It was a really hot day, so we cooled off, got some of the charred cheddar bites, which is one of our favorite quick service snacks that you can get in the park.
Yeah.
And then after that, we headed back out.
After that, we make our way to France. Made our way over to the Ministry of Magic, the Wizarding World. We stopped in and obviously had to get a butterbeer crepe. Obviously, it's fantastic. It's probably the best sweet treat that you can get on all of Universal property. I don't know. Probably have some people arguing in the comments over that one.
At least it's our favorite as of now.
Yeah.
But I could be persuaded.
Yeah. We'll say best at Epic. Throughout the year, the hype for Ministry of Magic has really kind of gone down, which is a good thing because a lot of people had crazy high expectations going into that ride, and it's really hard to meet that. It is on paper a very good ride, but as far as like our taste, it's not our favorite. We did hop in line for the single riders line to try to get at least a quick ride because, like I said, it is a good ride. It's just not our thing, so it is worth a shot to try to hop on if we can. But we got about halfway through the single rider line. The line was way longer than we realized, so we bailed and went back to Celestial Park.
So once out in Celestial Park, we did head straight over to Stardust Racers, where we rode Stardust Racer 5 times back to back.
What time it is?
Because it was a walk-on. So in those 5 times, we did a little science experiment to see...
For science.
For science purposes.
We weren't having
of
fun at all.
course.
It was just for science.
To see where is the best spot you can sit on this ride to have the best experience. And in our conclusion, that is yellow side front row. And we are experts.
Yeah, now that we have ridden it 5 times. We did get off, and I did feel like I had an aneurysm at some point throughout that ride. We just got done with Stardust Racers. We rode it 5 times in a row. And my brain feels like tapioca pudding right now. So if you decide to loop Stardust Racers, I would suggest maybe take a breather and maybe don't.
So after we turned our brain to mush on Stardust Racer, we went into Isle of Berk, which we ran into the same problem that we had in Super Nintendo World, and the crowds were crazy.
Yeah.
And I know, again, it's a family place, you got kids, it's targeted towards kids.
Yeah.
But as we said earlier, we had 5 hours in this park today, so we were not willing to wait in some of the line times just today so we could maximize our experience.
We made a lap through Berk, and some of those rides are really worth a substantial wait time, but like she said, we only had 5 hours, and we'd really kind of gotten our feel for coasters. One big point is I would have definitely gotten in line for Fire Drill, but somebody doesn't like water rides.
It was also an hour wait.
So,
But after leaving Berk, we were feeling pretty hungry at this time.
famished.
If you will. But we headed over to the Oak and Star Tavern, where we got some really good barbecue.
We ended up both ordering the smoked brisket platter, and that comes with 14-hour smoked brisket, obviously, and you have an option of different sides like baked beans, fries, loaded baked potato, mac and cheese. Come on. But we are from North Carolina, so once again, that does make us experts in barbecue, and this is real barbecue. They are not playing around. It's beyond theme park food. This is very good barbecue. I know my meats.
After we finished our barbecue platters, we had still a little bit more time in the park to kill, so we went back over to Dark Universe and we rode Monsters Unchained one more time, just because why not? It is the best ride in this park.
Besides Fire Drill.
And then on our way out, we did go ahead and stop in the stores, which is the whole reason we came to the park, to make sure we could get some limited time, 1-year merchandise.
Exclusive.
And we're gonna show that to you now. Okay, so the first merch that we got was the Epic Universe 1 year coin. I saw this, I was like, I have to have this, so I got it. And it's really cool, and I can't wait to put it on display somewhere.
One really cool thing that I picked out was a pin set. It was a limited release of the Chronos.
So the next thing that I got was this little pin set of Celestial Park, and it's got Captain Cacao and the carousel, and then all the other things that you can see out in Celestial Park.
So I'm really hoping this is exclusive to the 1 year anniversary of Epic Universe, but the Super Nintendo World released a gold power band. And it was in like a limited time only stack, so I'm hoping that was for the 1 year release. Regardless, we got one now. Right here, hopefully I can clip it in a little video of my record that I've got. It's the Dark Universe soundtrack, written by Danny Elfman, and for the 1 year of Epic Universe being open, Dark Universe being open, it has gold etching, gold lettering. It's pretty cool. I'm up to 3 records now of the same music, so might go on Facebook Marketplace. Anybody want to buy one?
One of the last things that we got for 1 year merch was this portal pin. Now, apparently they had portal pins for all of the portals, but this was the last one that they had in stock while we were there, and it's conveniently Dark Universe, which is our favorite portal. So we got it. Now with the coins, they did have each portal coins, but that seemed a little excessive.
So after we finished up in the store, we got all the things that we actually came for. We went back out to Celestial Park for the last time on this trip, and had to make a stop by Celeste Tiki. They have a nice little tiki mug. I wish I would have brought that too. That would have been cool to show off, see all of our things. And then made our way out of the park. Had to get back to Hard Rock to get all of our bags and everything together, hop on our flight, go back home, go back to work.
We did have a very short time, but in that time, we had a great time.
Yeah, for sure. Which brings us to
The 1 year Epic Universe report card. So, our 5 topics that we are going to be covering on their report card is rides, immersion, food, crowd, and convenience.
So starting with rides, I grade Epic Universe A-.
I gave them a B+.
And you might be thinking the rides at Epic Universe are like world class. They're brand new, they're fantastic.
And we agree.
Yeah, the ride quality is always a hit at Universal. It's not a knock on that. This park is basically brand new still, and we've never been in the park where everything is fully functional, everything's running, nothing's delayed, or there's always something delayed. And a lot of that has to do with a lot of it being outdoor attractions, some of them being very complex attractions. Monsters Unchained, our favorite ride, I can go through it almost every time and notice something that is in B mode. It's not a bad thing, it's just a very complex ride. For it all to be working, it almost takes a miracle.
Yeah, I agree. And then you have one ride over in Ministry, which we still enjoy, but it's always a very long line because it's the only ride over in that area. Over in Dark Universe, I think we've been able to get on Curse of the Werewolf twice in the trips that we've taken because it's always down for something. Next up on the report card is Immersion, and I feel like it is no shock that I gave this an A+.
Yeah, I gave it an A+ as well. This is where Universal thrives as a company. They are able to put you in a world, put you in a story, you're there. All right, the third topic that we are going to speak on is food at Epic Universe. And I do want to put a disclaimer out there. We are ranking this as food everywhere, not just food in a theme park. So that's why I gave it a B+. Because if you're ranking Epic Universe food on food that you could get anywhere, I'd say it's a B+. The food is fantastic. Like I said earlier, the barbecue is great. The only knock, I would guess, is that carrot hot dog. That's what happened there.
I gave this an A-. I've not had anything in Epic Universe that I have not enjoyed. Everything has been fantastic for a theme park, but for anywhere. Like, the food is excellent. Next up is crowd. And this is probably the biggest opportunity that Universal has for Epic Universe. I gave this a C+.
Yeah, I gave it a B+.
The crowds, we all know it's a new park, it's summer, they're gonna be busy, and we understand that. I think this kind of goes back to the rides though, always being down as like you always have at least one down or there's an extended delay, which pushes crowds all to the same area, which makes it a little more challenging to maybe do something in that area. Like Super Nintendo World, there's so many people in there and there's so much to do, but there's so many people that you can't fully enjoy the experience sometimes.
And the good news is, as Epic Universe expands, there's more attractions, more rides, more food booths, more restaurants even. Those crowds are going to disperse a little bit. It is going to be a little bit more manageable, unless they sell more tickets because they have more space. Hopefully they don't do that. Hopefully they are a business for the people. One can hope. And the last category that we are going to be grading Epic Universe on is convenience. I gave it a B-.
I gave it a B+.
And this is a pretty broad subject to be covering right now, and it ties more into a total guest experience. For instance, the transportation to the park is very good, depending on what hotel you're in. If you're waiting for a bus to Epic Universe from Hard Rock Hotel, you might be waiting about 25 minutes. Flip that with Cabana Bay, there's pretty much a bus going to Epic Universe all the time. So it's kind of inconsistent there. Furthermore, on convenience, you don't have to be on your phone the whole time. You don't have to make reservations, get in a virtual queue, anything like that. But one knock is you have to mobile order your food anywhere you go in the park. I don't like that. That's kind of a bummer.
If Epic Universe is the main thing that you're doing on your trip to Universal, maybe consider staying at the Stella Nova, the Terra Luna, or even the Helios Grand, where you are a lot closer to Epic, and even Helios, you have direct access into the park. Probably would make that a little bit easier and a little bit more reasonable for your stay. We say that it's, Epic isn't in walking distance to the other parks. You can walk, it's just not a very reasonable walk.
You have to
cross the highway.
Pencil out your afternoon to do it. But it could be done, but it's obviously not very reasonable to do that. Yeah. Overall, our scores actually averaged out to be the exact same. We are B+, and that's pretty doggone high for a theme park. We're pretty heavy critics because it's something we like. We want to see it expand, and we want to see it become an A+ park, and I think it will. A lot of the problems that we have could be fixed by expanding, could be fixed by just the infrastructure surrounding the park. There might be a train installation, there might be more buses, there might be more dedicated bus lanes that could get you to and from the park easier, just stuff like that that could constantly be improved upon.
Yeah. And I think B+ is actually a really good score considering it's only been open for a year.
Yeah. It
has so much opportunity for improvement and expansion, and it's still a very good score because it's still a great park.
Yeah.
Overall, Epic Universe is passing, and we will for sure 100% be back.
Yes, this is far from our last trip to Epic Universe, and if you like content like this, give us a follow. If you like this video type, this is our first time kind of doing this, something like this, let us know what you think. Hit that like button, hit us up on Instagram at salmonray_. If you guys are ready for haunt season coming up, and it's gonna be a great time. We got Halloween Horror Nights right on the horizon.
Yeah. We have a lot planned for the spooky season, so stay tuned.
Bye!
Jeez. That was loud. Gosh. Okay.